Okay. Okay. I guess I am recording, and again, this is Key Creative Studio, Master Japan, and it's gonna be a live stream today. So something that's gonna be a little different. I'm sorry, this is a little awkward because this is the first time that I'm doing something like this. So um, today I wanted to talk about doing like a composition, and I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna just go through a process of like what I do, like when I do a composition. It's gonna be a study from another artist actually. Typically, when I do a composition, um, I try to do a thumbnail of it first, and I would recommend you guys like do the same when you're doing a composition, which is to try to like break it down at first, like you know what kind of um, form and rhythm like you would like to have um, in the work before you actually do it. So because if it's working on a small scale, then it's probable it will work on a larger scale. Okay? So this is very abstract right now, but hopefully you guys will be able to see like the overall general shapes. Okay? So what I'm trying to do here, I have like a figure looking off this way, and then I have another figure actually in contrast to him going this way. And the reason why I'm working it in this particular manner, because I wanted to show opposing forces. Yeah. So again, I have this guy, this one going in, and then I kind of have like this one like going back a little bit. Blade going here, and then blade going like that. So your thumbnails, generally speaking, should not um, don't worry about like trying to put a whole lot of detail, things like that. It should be like very, very, very rough. It's kind of like like any kind of composition. Like even if you were to like write something, you just wouldn't just like write it and turn it in. Like you would do something very rough first, right? So you want to make sure that everything is like working on a small scale. those small problems in the beginning. So that's basically my very rough composition, but I do want to have like kind of like a sweep coming in like that. So all these are just abstract shapes right here, all right? Do something like that. Okay. So like give yourself the freedom to do the drawings that are, um, let them be rough, even messy, but you want it to be clear. All right. So I think maybe even on this small scale, I think what I have here is basically clear. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm working with. All right. Another thing, like when you draw, you want to keep in mind that this is an environment. There's a reason why when you go to the gallery or the museum or you go to the theater, the screen that you're looking at is quite isolated, right? Because the artists want to make sure that your attention goes here, right? So, not over here, not over here, over here, so it's, I know it sounds like the obvious thing, but you'd be amazed how often people don't take in consideration, the things that are quite obvious. Okay. All right. So obviously, all the action that's happening in here, it's contained and it's isolated, so it's its own separate environment. So all our attention is here. So you want to try to make sure, like whenever like you draw something, you want to take in consideration the environment that you're drawing it in. Okay. So sometimes, what I'll do, I'll put little markers there on there just to make sure that I'm going to keep everything in the center. Okay. All right. So there are many ways I can transfer this idea to here. All right. I can do it digitally. I could just trace over it, um, or I can just redraw it and use that as a guide, right? And I think I'm going to do something along those lines, right? So basically, I have my two figures here. Okay. Uh, and actually, even at this stage, generally speaking, you want to um, you want to keep it loose, right? You want to keep it loose. Don't get bogged down like with a whole lot of like details and things like that. Just yet. Arm here, arm here like that. Was it that saying they have like in Hollywood is you fix it in post? It's kind of like what you want to kind of consider. That doesn't mean you can um, not do things carefully, but give yourself a little bit of room to make your corrections later. Okay. someone is watching. Oh, I got 8 people watching. Okay, thank you. It's Trong. Hello. Thank you for watching. Hope this goes well. Okay. All right. So I want to make sure like this head is going in. Uh, so I have this other figure here, and I want to feel like there's something like pushing against him. Okay. This is going back like that. Actually, I think I'm going to change this leg in a moment, actually. But there we go. All right, so I have these two figures that are opposing each other like this. Okay. So we're pointing like that. So it's kind of similar to what I have going up over here. Okay. Oh, and I want to keep this sweep. I want to keep this sweep here like that. Okay. So from here, this, basically it's really a matter of like laying in my volumes at this point, right? So I have this one figure. It's putting down, pushing in. Let me change my pencil. Hold on a second. Sure. There we go. This is a little bit too light. Excuse me. Okay. Good. So this is pushing in like that. Volumes. This way. So this leg, having this leg push in here like that. So this is going in. This is going in this way. This one's coming out. In terms of his chest, actually this is coming in like this. Again, when you're first drawing, really it's not so bad if the drawings are rough in the beginning, but you want to make sure that everything is clear, as clear as possible. The idea, we make sure that the idea is clear. Okay. So that would be my one guide like that. And then I'll come back to this. Actually, well, hold on a second. Okay, he's got his sword like that. And the other one, okay, so we have this guy here. He's pushing back. I put a box shape here like that, just so that I can understand like where it is, where he's going in space. So, truth is, people are not particularly interested in looking at boxes, right? So, it's just a tool, just to help us get our ideas down clearly. Okay. And shoulder. And for our hero here, assuming he's the hero. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of hair here. Okay. I think we're doing okay so far. All right. And so start with that idea, transferring it down to this. Okay. Still kind of rough, but not finished yet. So don't get, if you guys like follow any other artists and you see them, you know, drawing things seemingly um, effortlessly and so quickly, um, take in consideration a few things like, one, the artist probably has been doing that his entire life. Okay, so, so to take in consideration, the practice that went into it. The other thing is, um, they might be drawing in a way that, again, they might be like, you know, they're working in animation, something like that. That particular character or whatever that they're drawing, they might have drawn that a million times. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I'm just saying, it's something to keep in mind, um, so that you don't get too discouraged yourselves. When it comes time like you want to draw something. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna push this shoulder up just a little bit. I'm gonna exaggerate it just a little bit. So that's another thing. Someone was, or I was talking to someone the other day about, when you draw, um, to what degree are you going to take liberties to like to design it? Because basically, you want to take things like the next step, right? You don't want to just draw something that's so representational that it's not interesting anymore. Oops, sorry, a little bit too far for that one. Here we go. So you might want to consider like when, like, you want to exaggerate certain things, and take away attention away from things that maybe you don't want people to look at so much. If you guys who are watching, uh, feel free to say hello, or if you have any questions, please ask. 'Cause I'm here by myself right now, so. Um, Alright, so we have this one guy here. Let me do this. Okay. And then our other character here. Let's see what I got here. You should keep in mind the direction of, like, where you have things pointing, because that definitely has an impact on where your audience will look. So, so even though I have this sword going like that, it is pointing towards this guy actually, and actually that does have an impact on where the audience's eyes is going to go. Let me change this mouth a little bit. As you can might have guessed by now, this is some generic Conan the Barbarian kind of thing, and some people might say it's a certain genre, but um, quite frankly, old masters were um, doing stuff like this, even back in the old days. Images of like the heroic nude. Um, it's not Conan, you know, it's something happening at the Battle of Thermopylae. Okay, let me fill this out just a little bit more. Big trick is like to know like when to use graphic shapes. When to not be so um, stuck on trying to be so literal all the time. Yeah, that's all right. So keep in mind, when you do things on the ground, you have to keep in mind like this is also like part of your composition as well. That also has an impact on where your audience is going to be looking. So this is super um, rough as well, and nothing wrong with that. Again, you always can have opportunity to clean it up later. Now, I confess, I kind of screwed up a little bit. Actually, I wanted this leg here come in a little bit more and have our hero's foot come out here. I can still do it. But you know what? I am gonna do it. Yeah, just to prove my point. So this is something I don't do. Well, I want to prove my point because actually, yeah, I want this hero's leg coming out here like that. His foot being like that, and then I want this other guy's leg going in more. So I'm gonna have to make that a little bit bigger, actually. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna push this out even more. Really push this out. You know, as much as I can get away with it. As much as I can get away with it. Okay. It's a little bit better. And maybe I'm gonna have to raise this leg a little bit more. heard someone say it one time, and I believe it's true. Sometimes you got to fight for your drawings, man. You know, sometimes you got to fight for it. You really want it to make it work. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. So basically, yeah, I wanted to have like these legs kind of like crossing each other in a way, but this one is going in. Okay, it's going in and away as he's slashing in. This other guy, his leg is coming. Actually, it's coming a little bit more out towards us. So we have a contrast of the two. Mm, still got 3 people here. Okay, thank you for watching. By the way, this is my first time doing a live stream, so um, I hope you can hear me. If you can't hear me, just let me know if you can't hear me. Oh, I guess I should do this, shouldn't I? Okay. I guess we, you still consider this to be like a a rough thumbnail sketch as well. If I was ready to finish this up a little bit more, I would, of course, I'd have more time to clean it up and stuff like that. But I don't really have that time right now. Okay. I think I'm about to call it, because I don't want to overwork this drawing. At least not at this stage, right? Just do a couple of things to tighten it up a little bit. Oh, everybody gone. Oh, it's too bad. Oh well. Too bad. Okay. Oh boy. I should do something with this link. Should I? I think it's fine the way it is. Done. Okay, I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna call it. Um, Other little things I can do to clean it up, but I think that the general idea. So again, keep in mind, again, like whenever you sit down to draw something, it might be a good idea like to do like a rough thumbnail first, even if this is like still at the rough stage. You really want to try to simplify it as possible so it'll be easier for you to work things out. One second. Can't help it. I'm gonna keep going. Actually, I'm gonna move this to a tree. There we go. Trees are great, because they have like such rhythm and force in terms of how they branch out and things like that. And um, very easily you could turn them into like a compositional device, right? Which is really cool. Um, which is very cool. Do something about this. Sometimes the story that we're going to tell um, is not always going to be so literal. Sometimes. think I'm gonna call it for today. That's my little exercise for today. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, and if you liked it, please give me a like. Just um, and feel free to leave a comment. You know, let me know if there's anything like you'd like to see in the future. Okay. Yeah, just one last thing, and then I'll finish up. Okay. All right. That's it. All right. We will see you guys next time. All right. Take care. All right. Bye bye.